Mitchell getting free and does so. Here is Jackson up against Froling. It just rims out. Cole's there to rebound, and there's the start that Southside wanted. On the board in this Pride Cup game, inaugural Pride game at the Boombox. Blitzars gets a good pass from Hillman and makes no mistake.
So was able to hold her in front of her and being able to have the ball lobbed over the top. She can release that contact to get it.
Speaking of releasing, Mitchell releases one from the corner.
Tremendous shooter and into the starting lineup for Nadia Poch.
And Hillman responds on the opposite end. It's fast tempo basketball to start things off here. Let's see what Rochi can do with ball in hand now. Gets it to Russell. And now Cole. Oh, a beautiful pass into Rochi, but Canada read it better.
Games that they've played. So here where they come up with the ball, Maddie Rochi's on the ground.
To Blitzarves. Southside get back in numbers. Hillman finds a lane and gets to go to the charity stripe for a couple. And about in their colours, good to see the players with some nice Scrunchy Code Pride themed scrunchies as Mitchell lays one in.
Just got a deceptively quick release for essentially the shortest player on the floor.
To Cole. Shot clock down to 5. Let's see if she uses the mismatch. Gets it to Russell, and there it is, a bucket for Southside.
Yes and no. I think it's something that you flag, but you can't get bogged down as it being a tactic in itself. But anytime you have an opportunity to go at her, you probably would take that.
Now Jackson gets it back to Cole. Gets to work on Reed. Jackson gets Froling out of the way and gets her first points in her 200th game.
Her leadership ability that she's expressed in the back half of this season, I think she's come a long way.
Jackson now going to work on her and getting the bucket to go.
Megan McKay, the Southside Flyers have made a point to try to go to Lauren Jackson in the post, and that's within her skill package. That pull-up jumper in and around the mid-range. She had 17 points the last time these teams met.
And Mitchell says, whatever you could do, I could do it as well. Eventually wrestles it back to Cole. Up against the taller Reed. Gets the bounce pass away, and Jackson's there to finish. Canada yet to score this game, and that won't help. Gets it back somehow into Hillman. Those two have worked brilliantly together this season.
So there she cuts straight to the basket, sets a screen to open up a teammate, and then she's back up at the top of the key ready for ball reversal.
Conti lets fly and knocks it down. It's been very heavily offense-driven, 22 playing 17. A lot of players showing their skill, and Poch puts the spin move on.
That's a really tough finish too, to go from accelerating on your right hand to finding your balance and spinning back. Great finish by Poch.
Canada dumps it into Reed, and that's a great find. As we tip off the second quarter in the Melbourne Boomers inaugural Pride game, done with the support of Pride Cup. At the moment, they're trailing 26-19. Can Canada change things? She can. Interestingly, Rochi missed both those free throws. She's an 81% shooter from that range, so pretty uncharacteristic for her. Hillman, though, that's very characteristic. She puts another 2 points to her name. Playing all season either.
Well, there's a pick and roll, so you've got Jordan Canada.
Froling able to take it for Melbourne. Canada now. Hillman finds herself free, and she gets the three-point play.
Outstanding pass. That little bounce pass off the end of her dribble throws it to the advantage of Naz Hillman. And it's about so much more in the context of the season too for the Boomers, especially with the loss that the Fire had last night, as we see a great back cut by Bet Cole, forcing the Boomers into broken plays. They look disjointed and just out of sync at the moment.
Cole, great shot. And Southside now on a 6-0 run out of that timeout. Canada, there you go, that's better from Melbourne.
Lends itself towards you giving her a gap, and anytime you go underneath picks, she's got the capacity to shoot that three-point shot like she did.
Jasmine Dickey now. Knocks that one down. Her first, or her 6th point of the game. Spinning around, looking for her buddy Naz Hillman. Instead goes herself and knocks it down. The bank is open on a Sunday.
Shoulders to make you think she's going to turn in one direction as we see the bank is open call.
So 2-point margin now, and the crowd starts to get behind their team. Jackson puts on the moves and gets the 3-point play. Vintage Lauren Jackson in game 200.
For the Flyers, it's the opposite. Keep going to the well, pump it inside, get on the free throw line. You're probably just looking at secondary actions with cutters like this.
And Cole gets the first points of the second half for Southside.
Going to give you the next line of decisions.
Here's Hillman now looking to respond for the Boomers, and she does so successfully. 18 points now for Nars Hillman. And now Ernst, who's come on quickly in this third period. Into Mitchell, dumps it back to Ernst, who just lost it in transition, and Conti says, thank you very much, I'll put that one in.
Exceptionally well.
Beck Cole now. Ernst wants to redeem herself, and she does.
Melbourne Boomers possessions. Against a team like the Southside Flyers, you've got to make every post a winner.
Ernst again! Making it rain at the boombox. Her team's still in the lead, but the Boomers up the other end. What can they do with it? Froling in the corner, let's fly, and there's a better shot from Keely Froling, knocks it down.
The decision there by Blitzarves to go to the basket on the smaller defender and post up.
Oh, and that's even better from Leilani Mitchell at the other end. 8 points for her so far this game. Hillman, Blitzarves, Dickey! Met her with ferocity. Vintage Nadio Poch, and Rochi responds on the other end. Has to stop and prop, then goes inboard and knocks it down. Jordan Canada. Russell, Rochi, the #1 assist per game team, doing the work on the floor. Jackson banks it in. Blitzarves. Spinning around Russell, getting it out to Reed. Has Cole to contend with, has to go to work. The shot clock's ticking down, and Reed says, don't worry about it, I bet it. Reed, Blitzarves, 3-ball is good!
Big shot, massive shot by Blitzarves. We still have ourselves a ball game though.
Absolutely. 7 points the margin. Amy Rochi goes in and gets herself another basket. Responding to her sister-in-law's free throw at the opposite end. Russell banks it in. Puts the footwork on. Looking for Lauren Jackson and gets her above the undersized Amy Rochi, and that's a beautiful use of the mismatch.
We've seen that, gosh, in green and gold. We've seen that in the green and gold of Australia, but also the...
Coming off a massive win against Townsville last Saturday night, and that is not a good pass. Uncharacteristic from Jordan Canada. Beck Cole gets rejected by Amy Rochi. It allows Tadar Reed to go up the opposite end. Rochi gets it back into Hillman. Reed lets launch and drains the three.
Signet WNBL season. So there we talk about any time. If you're the Boomers, you've got to continue this tempo, both vertically in transition, but then side to side, horizontally when you're in the half court.
And Hillman makes it look easy. Massive for the Melbourne Boomers this game. Looking for an option. It's ragged defense by Melbourne out of this timeout. Canada not giving Rochi an inch, and it gets cut off. Reed going up the opposite end. Canada pops it in, and they're back within 2. This is a very important win for either of these teams. Hillman, Rochi, Canada, 3-ball, it's good!
Big time, Jordan Canada.
Tries to find some space, gets it to Reed, Rochi in the corner. Amy Rochi!
Now who responds? 4 minutes on the clock. Boomers take the lead. Who has the discipline and the emotional control to...
Oh, Leilani Mitchell! Comes in with the clutch free for Southside, and they're back in the lead. Froling still out there on those 4 fouls. Gives it to Hillman. Spinning around the taller Russell, and Russell blocks her. Here is Leilani Mitchell once again, guarded by Amy Rochi. Russell for the 2, as easy as you like. into Amy Rochi, who's done a few nice things for the Boomers in this fourth period. Reid goes in and gets the three-point play. A big moment from the New Zealand national, Tara Reid. For her this game, can she guide her team to a comeback win? There's under a minute left. Can the Flyers hold on? Canada glides in. 1 point ball game, 49.3 seconds left. Here she goes, you can see her there, finding a line. Monique Conti's got it at the sideline. The Boomers need a 3 to tie things up. It's in the right hands of Jordan Canada, instead goes for the 2, and it's as easy as you like. 1 point ball game.
And smart to just allow the quick 2.
Jordan Canada, Sarah Blitzars for the win! It misses, Hillman back out to Blitzars, can she win it? She can't! And the Southside Flyers escape at the boombox.